I want to go over 2 exercises today that I particularly love. One of the exercises, which was the beast hold with a dumbbell carry through. Awesome exercise, but the way that you're going to maximize the gain from this exercise and benefit is by keeping your body completely still, or as still as possible, especially as you transition from side to side. I'm going to first show you how to do this the right way. Then I'm going to show you some ways that you can cheat to do this and not get the full benefit from doing that. And in the second exercise, we're going to go over the medball hip hinge, which if you have a sensitive or stiff low back, there are ways to modify that so that you can still do the exercise and get great benefit from it. So here we go.
When you're doing this particular exercise, make sure that once you've assumed the position, which is back flat, knees off the floor on all fours, that even as you're moving the weight from side to side, that there's relatively no movement of your pelvis and that your back is completely flat at all times. Okay, now if you do this exercise the wrong way, look at what happens. Your hips are going to go side to side. You're not going to be really stabilizing. And in some cases, I see people sometimes lift their bottoms all the way up to the sky. In which case, are you getting any benefit from this? Maybe. I mean, it's still a hard exercise. But if you want to get the most out of this, what you have to do is make sure that you are flat in the back and very stable like you saw in the last video.
So I wanted to show modification for one of the exercises today. That is actually a great exercise. But if you have a sensitive or stiff low back, doing this modification might be helpful. Obviously, you can always use no weights, or you can lower the weight. But if you want to do this with a little bit of a heavier med ball, here's how to do it without having an issue. I'm going to show you the actual exercise first, followed by how to modify it by bringing the ball lower to your center of mass over here.
When you're doing the med ball hip hinge as prescribed today during class, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to keep your elbows higher, keep the ball towards the top half of your chest, underneath your chin, and you're going to hinge at the hips like you would for a deadlift. Now, this is more challenging because of the way the physics are here, but the way that you can modify this if you happen to have that stiff low back or sensitive low back is by bringing the ball lower towards your belly and pulling that ball inward. Then perform the same hip hinge that you did for the prescribed version. And this makes it a lot easier on your back because you're bringing that ball closer to your center of mass, which makes it much easier for your back to handle that kind of load.
Hopefully that modification will help you do this exercise and get the most benefit out of it if you have a sensitive or stiff low back. Take care.